Welcome back. And of course, in 2019, we really want to be our best selves. And so today we continue our series. We're going to have a conversation on how to stay safe online during this year. We're very excited because Kobe Spiking Nkrumah joins us. He's the host of the Geek Squad on Joy FM. Kobe, Happy New Year.
Many happy returns.
Good. How was your New Year? Working.
Weren't we all?
All right. Well, I know how you feel. It is something that I don't think preoccupies Ghanaians enough.
Yeah.
Cyber safety and security.
Yeah.
But we are at quite a lot of risk, aren't we, online?
We are.
Highlight some of these risks.
Okay, so one thing I've noticed across the whole country, most of the people that I've come into contact with, is passwords. People easily forget passwords, so they tend to create very simple passwords thinking that, oh, I can't forget this one. Or they write it somewhere that they will find, or they tell someone, and that is just wrong.
Or they use the word password.
Yes. I mean, for that one, some systems now don't even accept it. If you enter password, they just tell you, my friend,
try harder.
Password. I mean, come on. But what people don't know is that it's easy for hackers or systems that are built to hack to guess some of these passwords. There's actually a dictionary created with passwords.
My gosh.
So if I want to hack your system, I just need to call on this dictionary and it will try all the words in that dictionary. And if one of those words is your password, it lets me in.
Oh, gosh.
So if your password is a word that can be found in the dictionary, I'm sorry. If your password is a word that is easy to guess, I'm sorry. If it's a chain of numbers that a computer can guess, I'm sorry. You can be hacked.
Boy.
Yes. And some time ago, I actually talked about a service online called haveibeenpwned.com that can let you see if your account has been pwned, which means hacked, or your password has been hacked. So you can search to see if the password that you use that you think is so secure has been hacked before. Because if it has been hacked, it's been added to the dictionary. And these dictionaries are on the dark web, they're on the deep web, some are even on the surface web. When I say these three levels of web, there's a surface web, the one that we all use. There's a deep web that is only accessible to certain smart people, and it's a dark web where illegal things go on.
So let me ask you, you talked about this, have I been pwned? I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm a skeptic, I'm a cynic. I'm wondering whether that in itself is not a strategy to gather people's passwords.
Well, that is actually a question a lot of people ask me, but the person who created it is a trusted person. He's written a paper about online security and everything, so we can trust him ish. Not 100%. So,
yeah.
Well, it's you try it, and if it tells you your password is safe, it is safe. Yeah. Then there's also, I ask people to enable two-factor authentication all the time.
Okay.
Two-factor authentication is very important now because imagine that for me to come into your room, I needed to ask you permission, even though I had a key, and I turned the key and the lock opened. It will send you an alert to enable me to push the door open. Now, if I don't have that permission, I can never go in, regardless of the fact that I have the key. So even if the person manages to get your password, they need that authentication. And that authentication usually comes to your phone, your tablet, sometimes your email. So you need to keep all these things safe. So personally, I have two-factor authentication on my email, on my social media, especially on social media. You don't want to wake up one day and then realize that your account has been hacked and things that are private to you are being posted online for everyone to see. So enable two-factor authentication. It's in the settings. All the popular platforms have it. In fact, almost every single account managing platform has it. So enable it and you're safe from one small attack.
Yeah. Okay, now another thing that we don't take seriously enough is security for children online. Yes. What are some of the risks that sadly most of us are not protected against?
Well, and especially with those in the foreign countries where kidnappings and abductions and all these child abusers and all that are around, people are very relaxed and they allow their children to post pictures of themselves anywhere. someone with a lot of, you know, technical background can actually detect where you stay from pictures that you post. Sometimes some of these pictures that you send to people, they come with something called the EXIF data. The EXIF data is just some metadata that's behind the picture that has a lot of information. It tells the person what camera was used to take the picture. Some even contain the location of the picture.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you're sending a picture to someone via email and you don't clear this data, it goes with all this information. Luckily, some social media platforms clear this data before it goes. But if you send it directly or you copy it for someone, today I was checking, I saw a picture on my phone, and I'm like, why did I take this picture? So I just went into the details and I saw the location, exact pinpointed location where I took that picture.
Scary.
So, yes. So you have to advise your children not to send pictures to people they don't know, not to tell people where they stay, not to give information about their parents, because someone can come and just use a picture of your friend. I can go take a picture of your friend and then pose as your friend on social media and start asking you questions. And that child thinking that, hey, this is my friend, would open up. Hey, will your parents be around today? Oh no, my parents are out of town, because that's my friend. And then a robber, if it's an armed robber or something, knows that, okay, that house is available this weekend, let's go and hit it. And children are easily gullible online. They click on every link they find. You don't want your child stumbling upon adult content. So in as much as possible, contact your ISP to block these things, or get your IT friend to come and enable some blocks on them. I know parents are giving their children phones and tablets. You need to put these features on these devices to prevent your children from accessing adult content, dangerous content, like even viruses. Because you may be using that computer to do online shopping, and your child is using it to watch cartoons, ends up clicking a link that installs malware on it. You go to do shopping, your credit card details are stolen.
Whoa.
And then one day you wake up and your account has been wiped. On online shopping, I stay safe by using a decoy account to shop. So I have an account that I only use to shop. If I need to buy something worth $100, I move exactly $100 to it. I use it, it's empty, that's it. If you use your regular account, then you open yourself to that risk of people stealing all your money. So imagine if they come and they don't find anything.
What can they steal?
What can they steal?
Indeed, indeed. Now, talking about kids and protecting them from, you said contact your ISP.
Yes.
And I caught myself thinking, how do I contact my ISP? ISP, you are talking about Internet Service Provider,
exactly.
Right? Please break it down for us more.
So, depending on which internet service you're using, your provider could be MTN, Vodafone, Surfline, and the rest. So just contact them and then ask them to help you set up some of these parental, guidance systems on your network to prevent your children from accessing certain sites. You can do it on your own if you're tech savvy. There's something we call OpenDNS. You can use OpenDNS. You can change. That is going too technical. But you can basically,
those who know.
Those who know.
Right.
You just basically use an OpenDNS, and they have some blocks already set.
Right.
Or there's some softwares you can buy, parental softwares you can buy, like Custodio. They would install certain fences on your system that prevents the child from visiting certain sites. And some good antiviruses also come with parental controls. So you can check with your antivirus that you're using to see if it has parental controls and enable it, and you're good.
Another thing which unfortunately is becoming commonplace in Ghana is cyberbullying, trolling. Yeah, any tips on that, how to avoid it or how to even prevent yourself from becoming a troll?
Well, preventing yourself from becoming a troll, that is an attitude problem. People
speak to your pastor about that. Right? Okay.
Yes, something like that. A lot of people seem to think that being the one to say the wittiest, coming up with the wittiest insult makes you famous on social media. So you find people just looking for the next trending thing to just say something witty, and then they become famous. They get screenshots and they get shared all over. We are the ones who feed these trolls. So what I usually tell people on my wall is, when I see someone trolling me, I say, don't feed that troll, because you're going to keep the person going on and on and on. And if you're someone who easily feels bullied, or you get bullied easily, social media right now may not be the place. Or just unfriend a person. If you see that someone, and set certain privacy controls on your wall. On Facebook, for instance, you can prevent strangers from posting on your wall. You can limit those who post on your wall to just your friends. And you can actually just say, I don't want anybody else to post on my wall. I just want people to see what I've written. So you post, and only you have the right to comment or remove or add. No one else can comment. So if you're someone who gets bullied online a lot, that's one thing you should do. And also, don't add people you don't know. They, most of the time, tend to be the bullies. If it's someone you know, draw their attention, let them know, hey, I don't like what you're doing. It's psychological. It could affect you psychologically. But personally, I'd say set your privacy up and don't add strangers, especially those who use pictures of people that you don't know. Look well, you notice that it's actually not them. They're hiding behind the mask of someone to bully you.
Wow. Wow, wow. This is all very useful stuff. Now, let's talk about hardware. I mean, we're trying to stay safe online.
Yes.
So this year, some families are going to buy their first laptop for their child or whatever. You know, give them some advice. Are there some brands that are safer than others, or are there some accessories they need to get? You know.
Well, laptops, computers, they are all safe as the user is. So if you're not a safe device user, obviously you're going to have the most secure laptop become the playground for hackers and viruses. So people browse, people are always looking for free stuff. Free stuff is the playground for viruses. And all these hackers and malware, that's where they used to steal your information, because they bait you.
Yeah.
Someone is looking to watch a new movie. It just came out. You don't expect to find it online. Just go and watch it at a cinema or something. You try to stream it. The person is either going to have to show you a lot of ads before you watch the movie, and in so doing, they're going to ask you to install something. Either that thing is going to mine cryptocurrency on your computer and slow it down and eventually run its health down, or they're going to install adware, which is going to showing you ads anywhere you go. Like you just open your email and then there's ads coming, popping up everywhere, because they are trying to make money off you. Or in the worst cases, they could actually install ransomware on your computer. Ransomware is when they encrypt all your files and ask you to pay some money. Before they give you the password.
Yeah, they do that to institutions very often.
Exactly. And if you are someone who has some very, very important information on your computer, you're going to think that, hey, if I don't pay this money, these guys are not going to give you the password. You pay and then they tell you, okay, you did, but now we want more. What are you going to do? So just as much as possible, stay away from freebies. If you need something and then you don't know how to get it, we all have that IT friend. We all have that IT friend's IT friend. Contact one of them, and then they could help you get whatever it is that you're looking for. But stay away from free stuff. Free movies, free softwares, free games, anything free. There's definitely a price that you're paying that you don't know about.
Speaking of which, I have a few laptops at home. You ought to come around for a beer one of these days. Okay. Now, we've got a few slides here, some very useful tips on how to stay safe online. Kobe, let's talk people through these very brief clips here. Right. Okay. So our first tip for staying safe online is, wait for it, coming right up as soon as we adjust our aspect ratio.
That's a good one.
Kobe,
yes.
I think I'll let you take it away from here.
Sure. So as I mentioned, you have to create a complex password. A combination of capital letters, small letters, symbols, and mixing them up is a very complex password. It's difficult for computers or hackers to guess. It's difficult for the dictionaries for you to find. If I put a password filled with just symbols, it's very difficult for you to guess these. And they start from A, all the way down to the last one. So before they get to your password, they've actually gone through a long, trial, by which time they would have given up. So complex password, a mixture of capital letters, small letters, symbols, and numbers. That is absolutely perfect. Make sure it's about 8 characters or more. Then after that, you do, as I said, two-factor authentication, which is available on every service right now: Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, Facebook, Twitter. They all have two-factor authentication. So get your two-factor authentication enabled and set up, and then you're good.
Right.
Then next up, boost your network security. A lot of people, the same way we're advising people to use complex passwords for their services, your network needs a complex password. And if your network is vulnerable, people could actually hit you through that. They don't need your password anymore. They can just go through your network and get to you. Say both of us are on the network, and then you don't have good security on your network. I can access your computer or your phone over the same network. And
by network, you're talking about like your modem,
Wi-Fi,
Wi-Fi, that sort of
in your
thing.
house or in your office. I go to some offices and they have open networks. And if I'm a hacker, I'm a bad person, I connect to these open networks, I can deploy anything that I want to do on the network. I can actually scan and see what is available on the network and do what I want to do. Recently, there was a hack that some people supporting a certain movement hacked over 10,000 printers and had them print messages that they were saying, promoting their mission.
Wow.
Something like that. It may not be harmful, but you just lost a lot of money.
Disruptive, yeah.
Yes. So keep your network safe. And also, one more secure way to doing it, which a lot of people will not agree, is hiding your SSID. Your SSID is your Wi-Fi name. If I wanted to hack you, and I'm a very good hacker, and I wanted to get your password and I'm not getting, I just create the same Wi-Fi name as yours. And you try to connect to my Wi-Fi, and you'd enter your password.
And then you have it.
And then I have it. It's really that simple. So the advice I usually give to businesses especially is to hide their SSIDs. That's your Wi-Fi's name.
Yeah.
Don't let it be obvious, because then easily people could clone it, and then when you try to connect to theirs, they get yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So boost your network security. It's very important. And then right after that, use a firewall. If you're a business, you need a firewall to prevent attackers from outside getting in. Also, if you're in your house, your computers have firewalls. They're actually very efficient. They prevent external attacks over the network. So make sure you have a firewall so that it stops those attacks before they get in. If a business, a hardware firewall is even the better. So consider getting one of those. Then, when I say click smart, a lot of people ask me, what do you mean by click smart? Before you click a link, hover over it and see whether what they're saying is where it's actually leading you to.
Right.
So don't just see a link and then you click. Hover over it and then see the actual link. It will come up in a tooltip. So sometimes it tells you Google, and you're going to click on it, wait, and then see the link. If it is something .google or google.something.com, that isn't actually Google. So make sure that you know the actual link that you're clicking before you click. And then when you click on a certain link and it asks you to enter some details, look at the URL. Make sure that you are actually in Facebook. Sometimes it is FaceB00K. That is not Facebook.
Yeah.
That's a way of phishing. We call it phishing. phishing. And they're looking to steal your details. So educate your children too. Educate your employees on understanding the risks in not knowing which URL you're clicking. It could be masked, and then lead you into danger.
Wow. Wow.
So the next is protect your mobile life. Your computer is not the only thing that you need to protect. Your mobile phone is actually also very important, because that also has some of your information. A lot of people store passwords on your phone. If someone gets access to your phone, they have your details. They can even steal your identity and do stuff. Even your WhatsApp. If someone clones your WhatsApp, they get all your messages, your businesses that you're doing, and then they can intercept and go and meet your clients, maybe rob them or something. Worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So you have to protect your mobile life. Use your fingerprint, use a good password on your phone, and encrypt your information. Most phones have it. Just go to your settings and go. There's a search bar in almost every smartphone now. So if you don't know how to do it, search for it, go to encrypt. It will show you how to encrypt your phone. It will show you how to put your stuff in a secure folder if you're using some other phones. If you're using another phone that does not have encryption, you can download an app that allows you to encrypt your files, your sensitive files. So when someone gains access to your phone, they don't get that information.
I think you've just given a great tip to boyfriends across the country who are trying to
For that, the best tip for them is there's some phones that actually create a parallel part of your phone. So a friend of mine was asking me, he wanted to hide some stuff on his phone. So I got him a phone that when he uses right fingerprint to open it, it opens to the side that everyone can see. When he opens to his left fingerprint, it opens to a totally different side of the phone. So he can give you his phone and it just looks, there's nothing on his phone, but he opens with his left and everything is there.
I think that is the money shot right there for most of you. That is the one tip you're taking into the new year.
Yeah.
All right. Practice safe surfing and shopping. That's another tip of yours, isn't it?
Yes. So like I mentioned earlier about your credit card and putting your information on your money on a card that is like a decoy card that you only use for shopping. That's the best way to do it. If you don't want to be able to manage multiple accounts, then you must make sure that the sites you're about to shop on is safe. Your computer you're about to shop on is safe by making sure it has the latest antivirus, which has anti-phishing attacks, no keyloggers that are going to capture your credit card numbers or your CVV, because that's the most important thing. If they get your credit card number, your CVV, your expiration date, that's it. They've got you. So be safe when you're browsing online and you're shopping. Make sure that the site is trusted. Scroll to the bottom. Usually you see the certificates. These can be cloned. People can just copy an image, but make sure, check reviews. I always Google stuff before I buy them. Google and see if this is actually coming from a good source. Read reviews, and then before you make that choice of shopping. So next up,
I think we have. Oh, right. I think we've probably run out of time. But there's so many of these tips. And Kobe, you need to put them somewhere we can all access.
They're going to be on My Joy Online.
Fantastic, fantastic. Because there's a lot
yes,
that we could forget.
Tips.
But Kobe's tips on how to stay safe online will be on myjoyonline.com. So you can go check them out and make sure that you have a safe online life in 2019. Nice one. Thank you so much, Kobe.
Thank you very much for having me, Kojo.
Right. Now, tell you what, I almost forgot, and it would have been sacrilege. Guess whose birthday it is today? It's our very own Roland Walker, Daddy Roro. It's his birthday today, and of course, we're going to be celebrating him all day long. Happy, happy birthday to the man who has been the face of the AM show for such a long time, making such a big impact on our morning lives every single day. Yes, the dapper Roland Walker, Daddy Roro himself. God bless you, and a happy, happy birthday to you. Right, up next is AM Showbiz, and I think she's done something different to her hair. You tell me what you think of it. She'll be on in just a moment. AM Showbiz after these.